Hey everyone, welcome to a very special episode of The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. This is the second of our two-part interview with company co-founder and president John Gaynor. Make sure you go back and watch part one, where John reveals the pivotal decision that helped transform Premier into the global packaging powerhouse it is today. For now, please enjoy the rest of our very special conversation with Premier Packaging president John Gaynor. When we talk to all these folks that work for Premier, our employees, they mention Premier's culture. Could you talk a little bit about that culture, why it's important for Premier to have that kind of working environment?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give kudos to Ben. You know, he was the pioneer kind of the Premier culture originally.
Yep.
And did a great job of bringing people together and taught me things about bringing people together. But I think it's you know, my door is always open type of mentality where a lot of companies aren't like that. Just kind of do what you're told, and you know, right. But we take everybody's opinion into part of the decision, right? Which is important, and hopefully that makes people feel like I'm part of this thing. Right? Like, hey, I made a suggestion that maybe we ought to do this or do that, or not do it this way, but change it around. So the culture starts with letting people have a voice, in my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, activities like this, that people know what's going on.
Right.
Because people really want to know what's going on with the company I work with.
Yeah.
What new accounts are we bringing in?
They care.
Yeah, they care. And it makes them feel comfortable that things are all going in the right direction.
Right.
And so that's just a vital part of making people feel like we're all part of a family, a community. I got your back type of mentality. Hey, I'm on vacation. I mean, guy called me. I'm on vacation. Can you bird dog this new account coming in? It's a big one. Sure. And he knows I got it. And if I'm on vacation, somebody else will do that.
Right.
For, you know, I mean, it's just kind of, I got your back, right, with one another. So I think that's the way we've developed the culture we have, and also been successful in business because of it.
Yeah, awesome. When you look back at everything you've accomplished, is there anything that sticks out to you that you would have done differently or changed? I mean, other than hiring me, but
well, I would say, you know, first of all, that I get the pleasure of getting the kudos for our success. But I mean, there's so many people that have given me advice, whether they work for me, whether they were in the industry, whether they, just let me pick their brain. There's so many people from the day one that I got in the packaging business to now that have helped me be successful, that, you know, that's what it's all about. Like, I've gotten really good advice. I've listened to people that I felt like know what they're doing and have been success in the industry, whether they're a customer, whether they're, you know, a supplier, you know, whatever. And then the people that we've hired in management. So I think that Premier's success is a team success, not just my success. Right. I mean, I'm blessed to get the notoriety for it, but I mean, there's a lot of people that are here, still here, have come and gone, retired, maybe moved on, that have really helped Premier be successful. And we want to keep that vibe going, right?
Yep, for sure. What do you see in the coming years for Premier?
Well, I think that you know, the big thing is getting our sales back up a little bit, and we need to sell more of our products that we manufacture, make, our best suppliers we distribute for, get back to the basics,
right,
versus getting too far off the map. The future of Premier is just to get back to the basics and do what we do best: service our customers on time, in full, yep, in spec, good quality. And I think that we were going to talk about it, was I think there's going to be way more consolidation in our industry too, with the bigger companies. They'd rather push more paper out the door and have people like myself and regional people do more of the
converting.
Yeah. And I think that they want to, because they probably make more money at the mill. They don't have to deal with unions. Right. They don't have to deal with equipment purchases. Right. They don't have to deal with all that. So they would rather
do what they're good at.
Do what they're good at,
right? And there's already been an amazing amount of consolidation, right? But it's going to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. When I started,
Right,
I would think there was 15 people that classified themselves as corrugated manufacturers with paper mills.
Right.
That's probably down to 5, and I think it'd get down to 3, maybe 2.
Crazy. Do you have a goal, a kind of an overarching goal that you feel like, okay, if I hit this, everything else is gravy?
I wish I could say that. I'm just not a very, I don't satisfy easy. So, if we get something accomplished, I'll be looking for the next best thing. So, it just, that's just the way I am. So, the way I roll. So, maybe I'm hard to please on myself and others, but I think that just continued good culture and great success is what the long-term plan is, and kind of see where we go from there.
Things have changed so much. We're so much larger than we were at the beginning, but do you think at heart, are we still that company that can go into a customer and say, yeah, I'll get you those boxes by next Monday?
We have done that. It's not as easy. I would not coach a salesman to do that. That was a wild risk that could have completely failed.
Right.
But I do think, I won't say the name of this company, but we're about to pick up another really large account based on people aren't servicing the customer like the customer feels they need to be serviced. And if we keep doing what we do, caring to service them right, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to be late sometimes. But if we're in good communication, we're going to continue to grow, because less and less, most people want to send you an email. They send you a text. They don't want to talk to you on the phone. We got to keep those personal relationships.
Right.
They're important.
Oh yeah. And we whether or not we can be that quick anymore, we still remain a flexible, caring company.
Yes. We try to build in capacity in the plants because we know there's going to be hot orders, whatever, during peak. That's very difficult. But we still plan for oddities that are going to happen. And you have to. In our business, it is not, for instance, there's a promotion for a certain customer, right? Well, they forecasted they were going to use small to medium-sized boxes. Well, with the 40% off, everybody loaded up. Now they only use big boxes. So now we're scrambling. We got too much of the small ones and not enough of the big ones. So those things are going to happen. People run promotions, deals all the time,
and we can react to that.
And we can react to that. Depending on the box, if it's die cut and glued, it's going to take longer. Right. If it's an RSC, we can run 2 up and cut in half. We're going to be, quicker.
I don't want to keep you too much longer. A few things before I let you go. Remind me at the end of this, because I've got those gift cards you wanted me to buy. So I'll give those to you at the end. I'm sorry. That was a terrible joke. I shouldn't have said.
But I don't know how that works. I get people. I got a guy that hadn't worked for us in 5 years said, "Hey, I got somebody texting me to send. You told me to send them gift cards."
I got a call last week from, and he sounded official, but it was from a blocked or a no caller ID number, and he said he was calling because I had missed a court date for a federal grand jury, and he was calling with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, and I said, this sounds weird to me, but and somebody called me back like an hour later saying, and when I kind of pressed him on it, I just got hung up. But I was like, okay, because they were like telling me I had to come down to the courthouse and verify my signature, and it was freaky.
And what do you think they were trying to scam?
I don't even know what they would have gotten out of it. Weird. Well, we got off topic there a little bit.
But no, the gift cards have been a problem. Like, I mean, weekly, somebody's saying that
it's been happening for
right.
a while.
I'm a giver, but not that much.
What kind of advice would you give someone just getting into business? What is your kind of golden rule to be successful?
Well, I would think, if I was starting a business these days, IT wasn't as important when we started, right? So you really need to have a good, secure network. Yeah. I mean, just in regular internet, I mean, just real, it's because people are just out there trying to steal and hack all day long. Right. So a new business, I would think, is a bigger target because you're not as prepared with firewalls, et cetera. So I would think, number one, have enough capital. I mean, it's easier said than done, right. But number two, IT, you really got to protect yourself. That's the new kind of way to steal from people, right? And be protected there. And then, put the right people in place that you trust, that are going to work every day hard for you. Communicate the good and the bad, because the bad is just as important as the good.
We learn from the bad. Yeah.
Right. And then you got to correct the bad. Yeah. You've set this up wrong. And learn from your mistakes and be a better person from your mistakes, and, accept challenges and failures because you're going to have them. Yep. And, back in some of the tours we used to take people through 7th Street, we were probably the most creative salespeople in the world, versus taking them through this building, right? Right. So just be confident in yourself and be confident in what you're wanting to accomplish, whether it's a salon or it's a grocery store or whatever type of business you're starting. Have confidence in yourself that you're in it to win it. You know what I mean?
Every time I do a podcast, that's
what you're in it for, to win it.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate you taking all this time. This wasn't half as bad as I thought it would be. I was a little nervous.
Why were you nervous?
I don't know. Just I'm a nervous kind of guy, I guess. Today is my, and I wouldn't know this unless Joe Cox had texted me earlier, but today's my 13th anniversary with Premier.
Congratulations.
So I thought that was a little, that worried me that it was 13. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, something bad's going to happen, but so far so good. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Good to have you, sir. John Gaynor, everybody, Premier's president, and I'm Billy Watkins, the host of The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. Until next time, bye-bye.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.